toilet paper somehow. Escucha, por favor.
What? What? Morning, Mr. Breakfast.
Hey, it's the breakfast from food that builds good health.
Well, it was like this.
The fourth,
The
the
boss
fifth.
wanted to talk to me about this report. I'd been up half the night with it because I wanted to know it by heart before I got to the office.
That's called off book.
So I stayed with it right up to the time I had to leave for the plant.
Edited with a rocket launcher.
Bye, dear.
Bye.
Break a leg.
Oh, wait a minute, Johnny.
Got to see the boss first thing this morning about this report. See you tonight.
But, John, you can't.
Wear those pumps
Go
with
out
that hat.
way.
Hey! So what happens? Wet paint all over my shoes. Oh, great. Well, that slowed me up.
Is this not your
And
house?
while I'm trying to make up time, I find I'm out of gas. So I pull in.
So glad I'm listening to this.
By now, I've got so much on my mind, I don't pay any attention to the guy mumbling something about under the hood. I just got out of there.
Now he'll never know about our premier points card. What the? GPS says I'm underwater. Running hot. Oh, great. And I'm gonna be late for my pantomime workshop. White males can't catch a break in this lousy world. Your misfortune is a hoot.
Your day sure got off to a flying start, I'll say that.
Brother, I guess I should have stayed in bed.
Forever.
Oh, well. Oh, boss, let's check over this report before we interrupt.
Pardon me, Mr. Shaw. I'm sorry to interrupt, but the warehouse foreman, Bill Wilson, says he has to see Mr. Carter, and right away.
Send him in, Mabel, will you please?
Surely. Come right on in, Bill.
You like radiator stories, Bill?
Sorry to bother you, Mr. Shaw, but I knew Mr. Carter wanted to know about this.
Oh, it's okay. What's up, Bill?
Number 2 loading line's down.
Crossbeam's gone out of skew on the
What's
treadle.
wrong now?
It's that new conveyor. Broke down.
Well, get it fixed.
Well, we're working on it, Mr. Carter, but it'll take 3 or 4 hours at least. And what I wanted to tell you is that...
What are we loading from that line? Hey,
Watch me
is
whip.
that Omaha shipment?
Yeah, but...
Bill, that shipment has got to get out of here today. Conveyor or no conveyor.
We just can't do it, Mr. Carter, because if we
We
do...
got to make it. Now, I'll tell you what you do. You divert every forklift truck in number 12 to that line.
Reverse the polarity.
That Omaha stuff's got to go.
Mr. Carter, won't you listen to me?
I love you.
Can't do that.
Can't. I'm getting sick of people telling me what they can't do.
I can't take it.
Now, instead of standing here yakking and losing more time, you get out there and get that shipment moving. But don't argue with me. Either you do what I tell you to do, or I'll get someone who will.
Sheesh.
Well, okay.
And where's my damn latte?
Argue. All the time, argue. I don't know what gets into people. All they want to do is give you a big argument.
That'll be all, Mabel.
John, I'm going to take a gun out of my desk, and then I'm going to give you a 5-minute head start.
John, I don't want to interfere, but are you sure you did the right thing?
Sure, I'm sure. Why?
Well, I don't know.
Because your pants are
Maybe
soaked?
you are right, but I sort of wonder.
Well, I'm sorry I blew up in your office, Mr. Shaw, but I just get sick of all these excuses.
And I'm kind of a prick.
Well, what is there to wonder about?
Well, I sort of wonder what Bill was trying to tell you.
Bill who?
What do you mean?
Well, John, I've known Bill Wilson for a great many years, and he usually has a good reason for everything that he does.
Except that one time.
Just now, he had something on his mind, and you wouldn't give him a chance to tell you what it was.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, let's get him back in and find out. Do you mind?
Okay.
It's your candy factory.
Mabel, is Bill Wilson still out there?
No, sir, he's gone. Oh, wait just a minute. He's still waiting for the elevator. I'll get him.
Well, I guess I shouldn't have chewed Bill the way I did. He's one of our best men.
I should have talked about him behind his back
Come in.
instead.
Yeah?
Come on in, Bill.
Carter wants to insult your appearance.
Bill, I'm sorry. Everything's going wrong this morning, and, well, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Bill, why did you say we couldn't get that stuff out?
I didn't.
Mr. Carter said to get it out. Well, we'll get it out, regardless.
Regardless of what? What's on your mind, Bill?
Well, first thing this morning, get this big emergency order from McGill. Real rush. Has to go out today, they tell me.
Go on.
Well, Mr. Carter wasn't here. had car trouble or something. So Mr. Johnson, he got authority to delay the Omaha ship until tomorrow if necessary so we can move this McGill stuff.
I see.
Well, Mr. Johnson had to leave. So he told me to tell Mr. Carter about it. That's why I came in.
Cool story,
If
bro.
you want me to let this emergency order go, it's okay by me. I only work here.
Bill,
You're
you
fired.
were right. I was wrong. Forget what I said and do whatever's necessary to get the job done.
Well, all right. What I thought we could do is to concentrate on the emergency shipment first. By then, the conveyor should be fixed.
Didn't ask for your life
And
story,
if we work
Bill.
a little bit overtime, we could still get the Omaha shipment out today.
That's a good idea, Bill. You go ahead and work on it that way.
Okay. I better get back to the warehouse.
Oh, and let's not mention this whole business to HR. What do you say, Bill?
Well, I guess I made a fool out of myself.
Well,
Yeah.
anyway, I'm sure glad we called Bill back.
Yeah, me too. He's so stubborn he'd have done what I told him regardless.
John, maybe we've learned a lesson this morning. You know what it is?
Capitalism's a nightmare?
It's a lesson. That's a kind of a universal fault with all of us. We just don't listen to what people tell us.
What do you mean? I listen.
I mean,
Now, do you really? I don't want to sound like I'm preaching, but
Jesus died for
well,
you.
it comes down to this. Everyone likes to feel important. It's human nature. Everyone likes to feel free
Cut.
to express an opinion and have that opinion listened to.
And dismissed
That's why
outright.
Bill got his feelings hurt. You weren't paying any attention to what he wanted to tell you.
Yep, sure, good point.
Yeah.
Hadn't thought of it that way.
But now that you did listen, well, he feels important again. He probably thinks you're a great guy. First, because you admitted you were wrong, and second, because you valued his opinion enough to act on it.
Well, I hope so.
I am pretty awesome.
One of the things that I've learned over the years, and believe me, I learned it the hard way, is that the man
Blah,
who
blah, blah,
doesn't
blah,
listen
blah,
to
blah,
what
blah,
people are
blah,
saying
blah,
is
blah.
asking for trouble. You got a sample of it this morning. Several samples, I'd say.
Yeah, come to think of it.
John, it
I'll be dead
takes a little
soon.
more time, maybe, and it's sometimes kind of a nuisance. For instance, I get bored listening to people's little grievances. But I found out a long time ago that if I do listen, I can often keep those little grievances from becoming big ones.
Big ones.
Well, there's something about letting a guy get a gripe off his chest that, well, it goes a long way toward solving his problem.
Are we still talking
yeah,
about this?
sometimes a guy can talk himself out of being mad, all right?
Exactly. And another thing.
No
We've
Catholics.
got a lot of long-time employees here. Their know-how and experience add up to a lot of years. We can often profit from their experience if we listen to their ideas and suggestions.
All of them?
Makes for a better team.
That'll take forever.
Fact is, it can be one of our most important production tools. Believe me, John, listening pays off every time.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Hi, son.
Hi, Dad.
Got in trouble at work today.
What in the world happened to you?
Nothing.
Silly putty accident.
Nothing. Who've been fighting with this time?
Billy.
How many times have I told you to quit fighting, Billy? How many times?
But, Daddy, you don't know what Billy did.
I don't care what Billy did. This fighting has got to stop.
But, Daddy.
What about
Now,
your
listen.
arc, Daddy?
This time, I mean it. From now on, I'm cutting your allowance in half until I'm convinced that you have learned a lesson.
But, Daddy.
And no more television for the rest of the week.
But, Daddy, you
Yeesh.
don't understand.
Maybe you'll understand me this time when I say no more fighting. Now, you get in the house and get up to your room until you're called.
Get on that Omaha shipment. Dreams shattered again.
Aye, dinner ready?
Ooh, I'd like to report a murder.
Ye gods, what happened?
The Mongols invaded. What does it look like?
How'd that get broken?
Oh, that little Billy Craven threw a rock through it, just out of meanness, I guess.
That little monster ought to have the worst licking of his life.
Well, he got it, too, from Junior.
Funeral's tomorrow.
You mean, that's why Junior...
Yes, and I can hardly wait for those Cravens to dare say anything about it.
Oh, brother.
Believe me, John, listening pays off.
The Force will be with you,
Every time.
always.
I don't know. Maybe someday I'll learn.
I didn't give my son a chance to explain how his violence was justified. I'm cutting this movie's allowance in half. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoy Fun with Shorts, please like and share. And if you want to see all the Fun with Shorts, check me out at patreon.com/JoshWay. For as little as $1 per video, you can see the monthly exclusive episode as well as other goodies and freebies. Thanks a lot. See you next time.